Good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. Around here, we like to find new music and talk about new releases, music from all around the globe. Find new kinds of music, and we follow people's suggestions rather than following algorithms. It helps us find more you know just music we didn't even know existed, and people doing things we didn't even know was humanly possible. There's a lot of awesome stuff, so I take a look around. I guarantee you're going to find something that you've never heard of before. Now, here's a band. Depending on how old you are, you've heard Pearl Jam, their new album Dark Matter. Got a chance to give it a listen. Um, it's got I think it was sold a lot heavier than it probably is. But at the same time, there's for Pearl Jam fans, there's some meat on the bone here. There's some cool stuff. There's some stuff that brings you back to the. I'm only gonna. I'll talk about a few songs that stuck out for me. But I want you to go listen to the album. But uh, yeah. Overall, it's I wouldn't put it with the earlier albums, but I think it's one of probably the better albums they released in a while. It's got like Scared of Fear, React Respond, um those two right out the gate, rockin' tunes, and kind of reminds you of like especially React Respond. If you think of like songs like The Whipping, it's got that kind of thing, and that's the one thing about this album I think that's a little kind of well, another one I want to talk about, like something special is kind of like if Pearl Jam did country. That's neat. And upper hand, I believe, yeah, that's the one with the synth. Yeah, you could cut about 2 minutes off the front of that song and just hit the snare and go into the song. That's all you need to do, but it'll probably be cool live. Um, but yeah, the album overall, it's a good ride or whatever. Your mileage may vary. But there are some hits on here that I think, especially the first two, the title track, even, like Something Special and Upper End are good songs, but reminiscent of other songs they've done before. And again, it it really kind of shows the Pearl Jam formula. And this is what we do with this material, or this is how it's you kind of get because there are places where some lyrics, or so you're not going to relate with every song, but it's like there's sometimes where it feels like that there's words there for the sake of being. It's like words, we need words, just put words. And and again, this is a subjective thing, but overall, personally, I think they've put out worse albums, or albums that were like you know their last album, Gigaton, for me wasn't. There was some tunes off of it that were all right, but I'm more of I was around when Pearl Jam came out, so obviously I'm more into the earlier tunes and stuff like that. But I always want to see a band pushing the envelope and going further, and I think they do that here. But I also think that some of it almost sounds like a simulated version of the band, and I don't know what that means, and they'll leave you to tell or see if you hear what I'm hearing. But there's times where it's almost like Pearl Jam covering themselves, and I don't know how else to explain that. And it's just, but that's what it is. And but there's some meat on the bone here, man, for Pearl Jam fans especially. But I think there's some neat tunes. It took me, I'm gonna be honest, it took me a couple listens to really, be like, all right, I okay, I get the groove of this album, and and they made sure to, I think, with the way they laid it out, they made sure it's an even flow. See what I did there? Through the album, I think. I don't think and I think maybe that's why that synth patty part is there in front of a song that it kind of really has no place being with, in my opinion. But it definitely there is a good flow through the album. Really, Dark Matter is the hook song, but if they played Scared of Fear or React Respond, I think they would be great radio tunes and very relatable, especially times we're in. And like I said, something special, Upper Hand. Um, those Upper Hand was like kind of reminiscent of Last Kiss. It's like what Pearl Jam would sound like, 50s ish in a way. And something special, like I said, reminded me of like older country Pearl Jam. And there's other tunes, but like I said, I'll let you gotta go listen to it and tell me what you think. And please give me a suggestion on something that we should be checking out, talking about, or whatever. We got some other albums that have come out. Like it or not, we're gonna be talking about them. And this was one that I've been a Pearl Jam fan from the beginning. But I will admit my fandom has waned over the years, and I've gotten probably a little bit more critical. But I will say that I think this album it's for me definitely better than the last, and I think it's a good ride for peeps. And tell me what you think. And yeah, definitely go give it a listen. It's on all the streaming platforms, all the places. We'll try to have you hooked up as much as we can. And yeah, definitely go check it out and let me know what you think. Have you heard it yet? Well, what's your opinion? Am I way off base? Am I totally just, not getting it? I think, it's an all right album, but also at the same time, I think the formula some of it kind of feels forced to me in places. And that I think people are also going to be critical of new albums too, with all of this new AI music generation, and seeing how much bands might lean on that and stuff. So people might be critical of some songs that might not connect as well as they used to, or whatever. I'll let you be the judge. But let me know what you think. I hope you're having a great day out there. Like I said, we do a lot of music reviews, reacts. We check out music from all around the world. We got a ton of playlists of a ton of awesome music. We got whole genres of music I didn't even know existed. From countries and places and regions that I hadn't even thought of. And it's totally changed my outlook on music, and it's broadened my scope. I really, being a guy that gets sent music every day and doing the radio thing, I thought I had a good beat on what was going on in the music world. And yeah, turns out not so much. But I like that, and I like learning more and more. So please, more suggestions, and let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the album, and above all, have a great day out there, everybody. And I'll see you in the next one.